Today we're going to learn how to divide whole numbers by fractions. Farmer Joe has 12 acres of farmland. He wants to divide the land into 3 4-acre vegetable plots. How many different vegetable plots can be created? So let's think. I have this huge land that is 12 acres. I want to divide them into 3/4. So here's 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre, 4 acre, 5 acres, 6 acres, 7 acres, 8 acres, 9 acres, 10 acres, 11 acres, and 12 acres. For each acre, I'm dividing it into 3/4. 3/4. So this is 3/4 right here. So let's see. This is 3/4 here. This is 3/4 here. This is 3/4 here, and so on and so on. So another way we could do it without the modeling is 12 divided by 3/4. Before I divide this, what's your prediction? Will the answer be greater than 12 or less than 12? Let's think. There are 12 acres, but I'm dividing it into 3/4 plots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I see I'm going to have extra here because this 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 is 3/4 right here. So my prediction is the quantity will be greater than 12. So how do you divide a whole number by a fraction? You have to know a word called reciprocal. A reciprocal is the flipping or the reverse or interchange of the numerator with the denominator. So 3/4, you will have to flip it to 4/3. Because there really is, in division is just the inverse or opposite of multiplication. So what we're going to do is turn this division problem into a multiplication problem. Just like how you know when you did subtraction of integers, you change it to an addition expression. So the rule is you write it as a fraction. So you write each one as a fraction. Is 12 a fraction? Let's write it as a fraction. 12 over 1 divided by 3/4. Then you find the reciprocal of the second fraction, or you flip the second fraction. If I flip 3/4, I get 4/3. And then you times it away. So you turn this division into a multiplication. You know what? This is really messy for me. I'm going to rewrite the problem below it. 12/1 times 4/3. So 12/1 times 4/3 is the same as 12 divided by 3/4. So this is the division, this is the multiplication. They're equivalent. So let's times it away. 12 times 4 is 48. 1 times 3 is 3. How many 3's go into 48? 16. So how many plots of land can be created with 12 acres? If you divide it into 3/4, there will be 16. Would that be actually true? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 12 right here. These 3 make 13. These 3 make 14. These 3 make 15. And these 3 make 16. So there are 16 plots of 3/4. So how many 3/4 go into a 12? 16 of them. 16 groups of it. So it's asking how many groups of 3/4 go into 12? 16 groups of 3/4. So reciprocal is a very, very big point on how to divide fraction. If you don't know how to find reciprocal of something, you'll never be able to divide fraction. So let's practice with a couple. Let's do 5/8, 2/9, 9/5. So again, the reciprocal means the interchange or the flipping of the numerator with the denominator. So you flip the numerator to the denominator, you get 8/5. So I'm just flipping it. If you flip this, you get 9/2. And if you flip this, you get 5/9. What happens if you have the number 3, 6, and 4? Can you flip those? Can you find the reciprocal of those? Let's think. First of all, is 3 even a fraction? Let's turn it to a fraction. So it's 3/1, 6/1, and 4/1. You might say, but why 1? Because 3 divided by 1 is 3, 6 divided by 1 is 6, and 4 divided by 1 is 4. So let's flip it. You get 1/3. Flip this, you get 1/6. And flip this, you get 1/4. So reciprocal, again, is the flipping or interchange of the numerator with the denominator. So, and you can still get the same results. So, like I said earlier, we turn division of fractions into a multiplication of fraction. So 3 divided by 1/2. They found the reciprocal of the second fraction by flipping it to 2, 1, or 2. Because 3, how many halves go into a 3? So you have 3 bars. How many halves are there in 3 bars? This is a half, this is a half, this is a half. So how many halves, groups of halves do you have in 3 bars? You have 6 of them. 3 times 2 is 6. This is faster. Multiplying is much faster than dividing. That's why we do it. So let's go to the... So this is how I memorize it. So we do a little cheer. So dividing, this is dividing bar. Or we can do it, let's do it this way. Dividing, this is dividing bar. Dividing mixed number, that's the way. So that's the way. So dividing mixed number, that's the way. Make it a fraction. You flip the second fraction and times away. So when you get a mixed number and a fraction, so you dividing mixed number, that's the way. Make it a fraction. Flip the second and times away. So let's try look at this one. We have 10 circles here. You want to divide it into fifths. Or another way to say it, how many groups of fifths, or 1/5, will you have in 10 circles? Will your answer quantity be greater than 10, equal to 10, or less than 10? Let's think about it. I have 10 circles. I want to divide it into groups of fifths. So will I have more quantity than 10, less than 10, or equal to 10? My prediction is going to be greater than 10. So here's a 1/5. 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 And so on and so on and so on. So how many groups of 1/5 go into 10? My prediction is I think it's going to be 50 of them. You know what? I'm going to turn this division into a multiplication expression. So, again, dividing mixed number. That's the way. Turn this to a fraction. Flip the second fraction, or find a reciprocal of the second fraction, and times away. 10 times 5 is 50. 1 times 1 is 1. 50 over 1 is 50. Hey, so it does work. So the quantity will get greater because you're saying how many fifths go into 10 circles. How many groups of fifths go into 10 circles? So let's do the next one. So let's see if we can do it without the modeling. So how many groups of 3/4 will go into 3 whole? So dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction. Flip the second fraction, which is the reciprocal, and times away. 3 times 4 is 12 over 3, which is 4. So 3 divided by 3/4 is the same as doing 3 over 1 times 4/3. It means the exact same thing. What we just did is turn a division expression into a multiplication expression. So in this one, you turn it to a fraction, you flip the second fraction, or find a reciprocal of the second fraction, and you times it away, and you get 4 whole. So let's see, let's pull this. Here's the modeling for those who like modeling. You have 3 whole. It's asking how many 3/4 go into this. Here is 3/4. Here is 3/4. Here is 3/4. And here is 3/4. How many groups of 3/4 go into 3 whole? 4 groups. And the answer is 4 groups. And we got 4. All right, let's try another one. 3 divided by 2/3. How many groups of 2/3 go into 3 whole? Let's see. I'm going to rewrite this. So, dividing mixed number. That's the way. Turn this to a fraction. flip the second fraction, 3 halves, and times away, 9 halves. But however, 9 halves is a good answer, but I would like to turn it back to a mixed number. How many 2's go into 9? 4 of them. That's 8. What do you have left over? 1 half. 4 and 1 half is the same as 9 halves. So, again, 3 divided by 2/3 is equivalent to 3 over 1 times 3 halves. All we did is we turned this division expression into a multiplication expression. How? We turn this to a fraction, we flip the second fraction, and times away. Here's a modeling for those who like modeling. There are 3 bars, or 3 holes. You cut them into thirds. So how many groups of 2/3 go here? This is 1/3, this is 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, and then 2/3, 2/3, whoops. 2/3, 2/3, whoops. This should be 2/3, and then this. So we have 4 of them, 4 groups of 2/3, and a half of one. That's why you got 4 and a half. Solution, 4 and 1 half. So again, what they did is, in this one, a division expression is the same as a multiplication expression. All right, let's try one last example. How many halves go into 3? So dividing mixed number, this is the way. Turn this to a fraction, flip the second fraction, and times away, 6, 1, or 6. There are 6 groups of halves that go into 3. Is that really true? So let's see. I had 3 bars. I cut them into, divided into halves. Halves, halves, halves. How many halves go into 3 bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups of halves go into 3 bars. And let's look at this, our solution. So this division is equivalent to this multiplication. So they turn this to a fraction, they flip the second fraction, and they times it away. So let's skip, 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 skip. All right, let's look at this. So we have division problems and multiplication. I want you to find equivalent. So let's look at the first one. 3 divided by 2/5. Can you find a multiplication expression that is equivalent to it? What's another way to rewrite this division expression? Let's see. I know you have to turn this to a fraction. That's 3, 1. So they're all 3, 1. Oh, then you have to flip the second fraction. That's 5 halves. And you times it away. So it's going to be this one. So next one. 3 divided by, how many groups of 3/5 goes into 3? Or 3 divided by 3/5. So which one will be? Is it this one? Wait, no, they didn't flip the second fraction. So we flip it, so it'd probably be this one. And this one. Let's see. Flip the second fraction, it'll be 2/5. So it'll be this one. And then the last one, flip the second fraction, it'll be this one. Let's check our answer. 4 checks. So again, what we talked about today is how to turn a division of fractions into a multiplication of fraction. How do you do that? You have to find the reciprocal of the second fraction and you times it away. So, and then you rewrite it and then you'll be able to solve it because we prefer multiplying over dividing. Because really, dividing is the inverse or opposite of multiplication. This is a study of dividing mixed numbers by fractions.